Sometimes learning new English words can feel like you're a detective, right? You're hunting for clues, trying to piece everything together. Well, today we are cracking a major case. We're about to uncover a hidden code that, once you see it, is going to instantly unlock dozens of words for you.
Okay, so take a look at these three words: manuscript, describe, and scribble. On the surface, they seem pretty different. One's a handwritten document, one's an action you take, and the other is just, well, messy writing. But believe it or not, they share a secret connection. Any idea what it could be?
And there it is. The secret code is the Latin root scrivere, which just means to write. In English, this little root shows up as either scrib or script. And this one piece of information, well, it's the key that unlocks the meaning of all those words, and a whole lot more. This is our big aha moment.
Okay, so let's dive right in and really discover this root: scrib and script. We're kind of going on a linguistic treasure hunt here, just to see how powerful this one little key truly is. You are going to be amazed at how many words you already use are built on this simple foundation of to write.
So let's start with the most obvious examples, right? A script is literally the written text for a play or a movie. And when you scribble, what are you doing? You're writing something down carelessly and quickly. See, the core idea of writing is right there on the surface for both of them. All right, now for the really cool part as we get into words of description and instruction. Once you have the root, you can start adding these little pieces to the beginning of the word. We call them prefixes, and they completely change the meaning. It's like giving our root word a whole new set of instructions.
Now, what's so interesting about this is how logical it all is. I mean, think about it. When you describe something, you are literally writing down the details. If you inscribe a message on a piece of jewelry, you are writing on it. And when a doctor prescribes medicine, they're writing a rule before you're allowed to get it. The prefix just tells the root what kind of writing it needs to do. And this sentence just illustrates the point perfectly. You can almost see the doctor writing out those instructions on a notepad before the pharmacist is allowed to give you the medicine. The meaning is literally baked right into the structure of the word itself.
Let's look at two more really powerful examples here. To proscribe something means to forbid it, almost like posting a written rule in front of everybody to see. But to ascribe a quality to someone is to metaphorically write it toward them. You're attributing it to them. A tiny change in the prefix creates a massive difference in meaning.
Okay, moving on. Let's see how this root builds into words all about recording and sharing information. I mean, this single concept has been helping us communicate for centuries, all the way from ancient texts to the emails we send today.
So a manuscript comes from manus, which means hand. So it's something written by hand. Simple enough. A transcript is a copy written across from an original recording, like a court transcript. And my absolute favorite, to subscribe to something originally meant you had to write your name under a contract to agree to the terms. How cool is that?
Here's a fun one you probably use all the time. Ever written PS at the end of an email? Well, that stands for postscript. It's from post, meaning after. It is literally something written after the main text is finished. See, the history is right there in our daily lives.
So let's pull all of this together. What we've been doing here is called etymology, basically studying where words come from. And this brings us to the most powerful idea of all. Learning just one small key, like the root scrib, doesn't just teach you one word, it opens this huge door to understanding the whole system. So here's the bottom line. With this one single root and just a handful of prefixes, you can now confidently figure out the meaning of over 30 different words in English. I mean, that is an incredible return on your learning investment.
So here's your takeaway, your new vocabulary toolkit for becoming a word detective. The next time you see a new complex word, don't panic. First, just try to find a root you might recognize. Then, look at the little pieces at the beginning and the end. And finally, connect those pieces to make an educated guess. You'll be absolutely shocked how often you're right.
By learning to see these little building blocks inside of words, you're not just memorizing anymore, you're understanding the language on a completely different level. So the only question left is, what other hidden codes are just waiting for you to find in the words you use every single day?